And yeah, okay, cool. So with that looked over, I think let's just go ahead and get right on it as we hunt our first screaming antelope of the campaign. And I gotta say, we'll read this when we get to the actual fight, but in comparison to the 4 traits and special cards that Frog Dog had, boom, Screaming Antelope level 1 only has 1. So we'll see. I think this might be a cakewalk as I jinx the heck out of myself. We'll see though. All right, let's jump right into it though. So dog meat, I think Doodle, Snoop with the red hair for kind of the damage dealer, and then Tramp, the support person with the harp in the back. We're going to have more thematic minis as we go, but haven't had time to paint any yet, and I also don't have any of the Frog Dog gear that they'd be kitted out with anyway, so that is all good there. If you're joining for the first time, my name's Cam from the Brother Slim, and yas, welcome to Lantern Year 3 of my second ever KDM campaign, which is a good old time. Try to make it through the stream without passing out. Oh, mate, absolutely zero pressure there. If you feel the need to go pass out, please listen to your body and do yourself right. But appreciate you hanging out too while you're here, of course, too. Okay, well, let's flip this card. Oh, classic me. I forgot to grab the dice. One moment. There we go. I kind of want to get another set of dice for this game, but I also don't want to fork out the $20 to $40, whatever it is, for another set. So maybe at a convention sometime, maybe at Gen Con this year. We shall see. Anyways, to our first hunt card, we get Migration. Some unseen force has set off a massive migration. Nothing remains but uprooted acanthus plants and shattered ground ruined by hooves. Move the screaming antelope 3 spaces away from the survivors on the hunt board. Ooh, okay. 3 spaces away. That kind of stinks. 1, 2, 3. Snoop and the Tramp sound like a 70s cop show. Amen. Fingers crossed Tramp will live. I can't remember who the last support survivor was, but they got stomped onto the Frog Dog last time, so maybe they'll have Tramp will last a little bit longer. Okay, we'll scoot on up, and then we have Doodle rolling on the hunt table here. Oops. Let's roll that back on the desk. Alrighty, that'll be 1, and I don't know if I've ever rolled just a straight 1 before. Let's see. Would that be 1 or 100 actually? I guess that'd be 1. Broken lanterns. The survivors feel something crunching beneath their feet. The event revealer may choose to lower their lantern and investigate, or ignore the sensation and continue their journey. If they choose to investigate, the event revealer gains +1 courage and rolls 1d10. We're going to investigate this for show. So this is not Snoop. This is Doodle gaining a courage. We love to see it. Ooh. Going to read Awake here, actually. So let's jump into that real quick. Awake, which should be in the Dragon King book. Showdown, Dragon King, Meltdown. Is it Glowing Crater? Where is Awake? I feel like it should be in this one. 17. 15, 16, 17. Awake. Okay. I don't know if I've actually done this before. Cool page layout with the 2 survivors on either side of the long spread. Awake. Roll on the table corresponding to the milestone you reached. Okay, so this is going to be courage for us. Okay, so let's do it. Roll 1d10. 7. And we're in the hunt phase. So that's going to be gain +1 permanent strength, a random fighting art, and the reincarnated surname. Ho-re-mo-re. Okay, Doodle. Yo, I see you. That's awesome. Damn, that's really good. So +1 permanent strength. There we go. Doodle doesn't have any fighting arts. A random fighting art. Let's do that. So we'll go random, add a random fighting art. And we get Berserker. Once per showdown, you may spend your action to suffer bash and the frenzy brain trauma. Okay, well, I mean, like, we'll take it. We'll take it. I don't know how much we'll ever actually want to use that, but hey, first fighting art. Cool stuff, cool stuff. And the reincarnated surname. Let's add that. Doodle the reincarnated. There we go. Doodle the reincarnated. Roll 1 in KDM and it's good. What are the chances, hey? Alrighty, Roo. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, and there was a little tiny little story blurb here too. A tooth-grinding crescendo of emotion suddenly stops, leaving you in a moment of serene clarity. As we level up in strength, get a random fighting art, and remember a surname or gain one, I guess. Cool. First time for everything. Yeah, indeed. Okay, well, we'll put that aside for now. And then we're going back to rolling on this D10 table, and we shall see. Hopefully it'll be good too. Oh, a Lantern 10. Fingers crossed. The survivors uncover a long-abandoned lantern hoard. The forlorn sight fills them with dread. Each survivor sets their insanity to 0. After composing themselves, each survivor scavenges 1 broken lantern basic resource and adds them to the settlement storage. Okay, so insanity to 0. Don't love that, but I mean, could also be worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doodle the reincarnated one, indeed. Snoop down to 0, insanity as well, and Tramp was already at 0. Okay, and then we'll add 4 broken lanterns, which I'm happy with that. I do need those for a specific frog dog item I'm waiting to craft, but I haven't gotten the item for it yet. Scrap was something that we needed though, so that is cool. Okay, so we'll scoot on up there. And now, up next with Snoop, revealing the next hunt card here. Would really like him to scoot forward one. That would be nice. But we'll see. Grazing field. Acanthus leaves sprout from the crevices in the stone ground. The survivors spend time gathering and eating the small leaves. Each survivor may heal 1 hit location of their choice, restoring all injury levels and armor points. If any survivor has a sickle, they gain fresh acanthus strange resource. Roll a random hunt event. Well, that is an extremely gentle one. We haven't taken any damage though, so not a huge benefit. And then we just roll on the random table. Okay, 53. 53. Yeah, 3 lanterns is indeed an iron, which is awesome. Okay, masked salesman. Ooh, I only got this one once last time, and it was really cool. So let's see what we get this time. The survivors meet a traveling masked salesman on the road. He insists that he has special wares to offer. Shuffle 1 copy of each mask gear from the mask maker settlement location and draw 1 at random. The salesman is offering this mask. The event revealer rolls 1d10 to determine the price, then gains the mask. Okay, let me grab these. I think they're rare gear. And there's the stack of rare gear for this campaign is huge. So this might take a minute. Let's see. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff here. I don't think the Forsaker mask is one of them, but let's see. Beletskin, Trash Crown. Oh, those shouldn't be in here actually, but that's okay. Dark Water Pearl. Oh, you know what? They might not actually be in the rare gear. I think I was wrong. Yes, they are not. That is my bad. I think they actually is a location. Just gonna put those out there. And where is the mask? There we go. Tucked right at the very back so I couldn't see it. All right, well, let's see what mask is for sale and what the cost is going to be. If I remember correctly, before when I got this one, it was like a really easy cost to pay. That would be nice. I don't have a ton of resources right now though too, so like nothing too crazy, please. And let's pick this one. God Mask. Okay. I have not seen this one before. Mask, item, bone, other unique, irreplaceable accessory. At the start of your act, if insane, gain +1 survival. Well, I think this has to go on Doodle. Because absolutely yes. Okay, well, we don't just gain it. Let's see what the cost is going to be. 3. That's not great. The mask. The salesman silently points at you. You instinctively hand him his asking price in exchange for the mask. Archive 1 gear of your choice from your gear grid and lose all survival. Okay, well, we're going to do this on Doodle. Losing all survival is not great, but they only had 1, so you know what? That's okay. And archive a gear of choice. We got this stone nose for free. Do we want to get rid of the stone nose? We would gain that 1 survival back. Do we want to get rid of the cloth instead? Let's get rid of the cloth. And we trade that with the God Mask. So let me just add that into the storage really quick here. I think I should have pictures of it. If not, I'll do it after. Mask Maker, God Mask. There we go. And just going to see if I can equip that really quick. Doodle the Reincarnated, getting a God Mask. Mask Maker, God Mask, boom, boom. Okay, yeah, so I'll add a picture to it after, but we have it here, so we can always reference it if need be. Cool stuff. We'll put that just over there. Well, that's, you know what, that's awesome, considering we lost just a starter piece of gear and gained a really cool rare one. Hell yeah, I'm kind of worried Doodle's going to turn into one of my favorite characters and they're going to die horribly, but that's part of this game, and I'll try not to make too much of a fuss if and when it happens. Okay, so then we are scooted up to there. Last but not least, we have Tramp going to make a roll on the hunt table. 71. All right, 71. Tomb of Excellence. I don't know if I've done this one before. The survivors find a serene, luxurious tomb, immaculate in its construction and condition. Elegant murals decorate the walls, depicting glorious victories over the very monster the survivors are hunting. The survivors are baffled by its presence. The event revealer investigates and rolls 1d10. All right, Tramp, let's see. Doodle's dongle will dangle if you chuck his cloth. Yep. Yep, that dongle be dangling. But he's leveled up with a cool mask, so you know, that's how it be. 2, that's not gonna be good. It's nice to see something pretty for once, eh? Well, you know what? That could have been worse. Okay, so yeah, I feel like that could have been way worse. Full eyes wide shut with the mask on. Yep, absolutely. Might actually, I've got the mask bits on the sprue or whatever, and I might need to make Doodle an actual character too, which is also going to make it more heartbreaking when they eventually die. But again, that's part of the game. Okay. This is back to Dog Meat, getting a 13. 12. Okay, 13. Overload. The event revealer falls to their knees, sobbing uncontrollably. They simply had too much. They lose 1d10 survival and gain 1 random disorder. If the settlement has Accept Darkness, the event revealer embraces their despair. I don't think we have that principle yet, and I don't actually remember when the other principles come into play. I know there's the intimacy-related one, the death principle, which we have, and the settlement one, I don't know when that happens. Okay, well, Dog Meat gaining their first disorder. Don't love that, but you know, that's the way it is. Rageaholic, whenever you suffer a severe injury, also suffer the frenzy brain trauma. So we have a Rageaholic group of people here. Like, I think 3 out of 4 of them have frenzy-inducing brain traumas, which I don't particularly love. Survival, losing 1d10, so we'll roll that. Oh, so down to 0 survival. That does not spark joy, but we shall scoot forward. And Overwhelming Darkness also does not spark joy. What page is that one on? Overwhelming Darkness. 147. Okay, this has been a hot minute. Year 3, maybe. Oh, we actually are in year 3. Lingering cough. So I wonder. I don't think we're supposed to Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it after. I might do it belatedly, but for now, whatever. It's okay. I'll add it in if need be. So no one is insane. If you know the paths, survivors with +3 courage. I think we have one person with +3 courage, which I believe is Doodle. Courage 1. So the way I'd like to do this is basically we'll just take them off the board. And then what I'll do is we'll scoot the book up and we'll put them just directly where they fall. So Dogmeat is going to be Path of the Doomed. Oh, that's Doodle, who's actually Path of the Brave. Dogmeat with the blue hair is doomed, and the other two are, I think, also doomed. We'll just double check really quick here. So Doodle's got the 3 courage. Yeah. Okay, so we got 3 doomed and 1 courage. We'll save the brave person for last and start with Dogmeat here, rolling 1d10. It's just 1, yes. Path of the Doomed, let's go. Getting a 9. Resolute, gain +1 insanity and +1 courage. Okay, nice. Okay, 1 insanity and 1 courage. Boom, boom. All right, next up we have, who is up next? Not Doodle, Snoop. A 2. A pall of doom falls over you. Oh god. Gain -3 luck tokens for the duration of the showdown. Okay, so they cannot crit. 1, 2, 3. Ouchie kibbles. And then next up we have Tramp. Getting a 3. You glimpse a nightmare whale swimming overhead. Your heart shrivels, lose half your survival, rounded down, and gain the post-traumatic stress disorder. I think post-traumatic stress is not great. Let's see. Okay. Post-traumatic stress. Let's add that first. Next settlement phase, you do not contribute or participate in any endeavors. Skip the next hunt to recover. That's okay. At least we can just get rid of that one after. And then was there something else there too? Half your survival, which is rounded up or is it rounded down? Rounded down, so we can keep our single survival. Okay, and now Path of the Brave, hopefully a little bit better than his last 2 rolls, getting a 6. A massive whale swims overhead. Your guts quiver with its booming cries. You vomit in fear, but keep a brave face. Gain -1 evasion token. After this event, all other survivors gain +1 survival from your bold display. Okay, the this being Doodle. Oops, I actually messed that up here. That's not them. That would have been Tramp who got that disorder, post-traumatic stress. Post-traumatic stress. There we go. And Doodle gets -1 temporary evasion. There we go. Don't love that, but you know, it could be worse. And then everyone else gains a survival, which we do like because we were getting a little low there. So up to 2 for Snoop. Nice, nice. And 3 is the top for Tramp. All right, and with that, we can start the showdown, which I think is 177 if I recall. Butcher, 73, 77. Cool, here we go. So, Antelope, interesting fight. Haven't done it in a hot minute, so we'll definitely read through this stuff here. Get those cards out of the way. And we'll show off the little art and read the little kind of lullaby story here as well. So there we are with the Screaming Antelope facing off against a band of loosely garbed survivors. And showdown, a Screaming Antelope. There was once a fearsome monster that was trained by the hand to be a steed for the goblin. However, upon smelling its new master, the monster's mind shattered and it ran into the unknown, foaming at the mouth and biting the noses of the stone-faced floor. Creepy, creepy stuff. Okay, so Instinct, Graze. The monster full moves to the closest acanthus plant and ends its turn. If the monster is on or adjacent to a plant, archive the terrain and heal 1 wound. If there are no acanthus plants on the showdown board, instead full move in a straight line. So heal is just moving 1 card from the wound stack to the bottom of the AI deck without looking at it. And at level 1, we only have that 1 trait card, which is Trample. So let's look at that really quick here. Fun art as always. When the monster collides with a survivor, they suffer damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, let's clear off the hunt board. Let's see if everything stayed where it was supposed to. Mostly, yes. Looking good. Love it. Cool. So I did this a little gamey. I realized when I was doing the first campaign, I was trying to have them spread out as you were supposed to if you place Acanthus plants normally in a fight. However, I saw that it's a special setup, and so you can actually place them anywhere within like the specific green spot on the map shown there. We got some fun other things too. So I put one down here, right beside a bug patch, and then just tucked off the map is that little guy there. Some debris, good old debris. And right on the very far right side, you can just see it there, is a copperfish den, which we rolled, which is exciting, good stuff. Because again, I think I've said it every year, apparently for the Frog Dog expansion, that's kind of a hard resource to come by. So stoked to see it. Okay, let's put those off to the side there too. This guy goes right there. You can face here. If anyone's never seen it, I did a little bit of a conversion on this guy just to make him stand a little more upright, and then also added some goopy, gross tentacles to his belly maw too. For an older miniature, definitely stands up. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so as far as setup for our survivors, we get to put them on either of the short ends of the board here. So we're going to go this side, which is why we stacked all the acanthus up. So how do we want to do this? I think we probably want to go with support. It's going to go down here. Then we'll have you right beside that, although we don't want to have you die. So maybe, no, yeah, we'll go with you. You know what? We're going to switch this up. We're going to have support. There we go. And then we'll go with boom and boom. Okay, we don't get to go first. Debris has scrap sword. Oh, yeah, I think it does actually. If you roll high enough. So definitely want to go for it. Honestly, I want to get all these things. So we'll see. I was tempted to do the resource farming because I really want as many monster resources as possible. I don't know if I have the gear to make that happen. The resource farming is basically like if you leave the acanthus, it'll... Oh, hang on a sec. What just happened? No data. Okay, I think we're back. But, yeah. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. I don't know if I lost connection for anyone watching, but I was just saying you can kind of resource farm this fellow by leaving the acanthus on the board, and then it'll eat the acanthus, gain health back, and then you can keep chipping away and getting resources from him, but I don't think I've got enough gear for it. So we shall see, but yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Okay, let's do it. So monsters first turn here. Back kick. In blind spot, in range, closest threat in range, no target, graze. So how far does this fellow move? He moves 6. Already real well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No target, in which case he's going to graze. And that means he's going to scoot forward and eat. So full move to the closest acanthus plants. There we go. He's going to scoop that up. That plant is out of play. And he would heal if he wasn't already at full health. And that is his turn. Yeah, I need crit to farm, exactly. And I've got 8 up to crit on one person, but that's it. And I've also got someone with -3 luck tokens. So I don't think the crit farm will be happening this time, but maybe in the future. Okay, so I think let's go ahead and go with Tramp first. They're going to roll 2d10 on the Copperfish Den, and let's see what we can get here. Stick your hand in the hole, archive this terrain, and roll 1d10. Ah, oops, it is just 1d10. I think I made a mistake last time, actually. Okay, so 1d10, looking for not a 1 to 3. Almost 3, we get a 5. So 4 to 12, you grasp a coiled, lustrous object, gain 1 burnished encephalopmeter. Don't mind me, I just fumbled my way through that word hard. But that is a copper resource, so we'd love to see it. We'll get that off, and we're just going to add that to our storage before we forget. That is strange. We're up to 3. Very, very nice. Then they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to there. Oh, let's see. I'm worried that they might get charged, but I think it might be worth it. Let's see. So then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Doodle. I don't think there's anything else Doodle can do, but we might as well check. They're reincarnated indeed. So Godmask is a 2 armor, long club, nothing there. What about abilities and such? Berserker. Yeah, I don't think we want to do that. Not right now, at least. Okay, so that is going to be Doodle's turn. And then let's go with Dogmeat, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to loot the Acanthus, which I haven't actually done this campaign yet, so let's take a quick refresher here. Roll 1d10. We don't have a sickle, so it is just going to be 1. That would have landed on a 6, so we'll just go with that. Find something tasty and consume it. If you do, gain +1 survival and archive this one. So that would have been there, and there we go. 1 survival for Dogmeat. Good stuff. And then same thing here, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, getting a 9, 9, 9. 8+, 1 fresh Acanthus and archive the terrain. Boom, boom. And we'll just go ahead and add that really quick here too. So strange Acanthus, fresh Acanthus. There we go. Okay, and I do believe that is going to be our first turn. So back to the Screaming Antelope. We're now in range. We got 2 people that could get trampled potentially. Hopefully not. Bolt. Closest knockdown survivor. Luckily no one is knocked down. Furthest threat in range. I'm sure we've got that, which is going to be our tank. Huzzah! Love it. Okay, move and attack. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just in range. Very nice. And 1 speed, 2+, and we don't have any evasion anymore because we got that -1 token. Yes, yeah, fresh gives armor back, which isn't a huge benefit to us right now because I don't have very much armor at all, but super useful for later on. Okay, so 1 speed, hitting on a 2. Yep, that'll definitely hit. And 1 damage to the hands. Okay, so 1 damage to the hands for Doodle. I got no survival, so we can't do anything about that. So that is down to 1 armor. Oh, the hands is where we got that, the Frog Dog armor, which doesn't really give us anything other than affinities, but it is nice that we took the hits there. And then lastly, full move the Antelope in a straight line away from all survivors. So that's nice and easy. It's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then no collision or anything there, so we don't need to worry about trample. And that's the end of its turn. So we are just going to keep basically doing what we were doing here and try to loot some more stuff. So let's see, what makes the most sense? We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and get to the debris. Debris is an inside joke with some friends. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And debris. Roll 1d10. We don't have a scavenger kit, so just a d10. Oh, 8 to a 2. Bummer. You find nothing. Scrap sword was on the table there with a 10+, but alas. Okay, that is that done. Let's see here. So we do want to try to get to the bug patch and such. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. And then I don't think that'll put us in range with Tramped Weapon, but let's just take a little look and see. 6+, range 4, going 1, 2, 3, 4, just in range. You know what? We are going to go for hit with the acid bombs because heck yeah. We've only got 7 uses of them, but why not? So 1 dice, hitting on a 6, getting a 7, fantastic. And we connect with, there's an explosion at the cheese factory, indeed. Much queso debris. Restless inner thigh, so there's a wound response and a critical response. So we got 4 strength on this. What is the toughness of this guy? Only an 8, so we need a 4 up, and we crit on a 10, which will be nice. Oh, a 3! A 3 is not going to do it. We just needed 1 more, but alas. The response was only on a wound. Oh, delicious brie cheese. All right, so no ill effects, no harm done. That's fine. I'm just going to make a quick note for myself here. Let's see, notes, one use bomb. There we go. And then next up, let's go ahead and go with our lucky survivor. So logo 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And then loot the acanthus on a d10. Oh, getting a lantern 10. So that is another fresh acanthus. I think what I'll do is, let's just see if we can get another one here too. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. 1. I don't think a 1 is good. Something bites you, suffer 1 arm damage. Okay. 1 arm damage to your boy Snoop. So that is a light wound on the arms. That does not spark joy. And then we do gain a fresh acanthus. So we'll add that in really quick here. Up to 2 fresh acanthus. And that's going to be the end of our turn. So third antelope turn. Stomp and Snort, random survivor in range, which is going to be, I think it should be everybody. Let's see, I think furthest out would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yep, everyone. Let's just do lowest dice roll gets it. Okay, that is going to be dog meat. Stomp and Snort. Intimidate. The screaming antelope begins to stomp and snort excitedly. A gurgling moan sounds from its undermouth. Turn to face the target and roll 1d10. On a result of 4+, the target suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. In addition, if the target is insane, they suffer from knockback 5. So we don't need to worry about most of that, which is nice. So we'll roll there, and then on a 4+, we take 1 brain damage. We don't take any brain damage. Huzzah! Well, as far as turns go, this has been pretty good in our favor so far. And now it's back to us. So let's see, we can go, I think we can get some damage in this time. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wouldn't quite do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also wouldn't quite do it. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay, cool. I think I've got a plan. This person is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to actually 5 because the bug patch they can just stand on anyways, and then we'll try to loot this bug patch. Should just be a straight d10. Yes. 3. The insects scatter, leaving their meal behind. Gain 1 random basic resource. Archive this terrain. You know what? A basic resource I am here for. That sounds lovely. Here we go. Last time, after the fight, the basic cards I got was literally all 3 perfect resources in one draw, which was wild. So I'm not expecting anything like that this time. And we'll just go with this one. Monster hide. Heck yes, I want as much hide as possible, so that sounds good to me. Okay, and then next up we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting to here, rolling on the fresh acanthus. Before you find nothing, archive this terrain. But you know what? That's okay. All things considered, we took 2 turns, or 2.5 turns, got all of the... we literally went from a board full of terrain to a board with 0 terrain. But we got it all off, and we only had 1 injury from it. So not too bad, all things considered. Then next up, we got our support person and our melee luck person. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can get into range. Let's do it. But I think first things first, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to here. And they are once again going to roll to hit. Yes, not to line up for the charge. I did a little bit earlier, and I just figured I'd go with this person and move them out of the way first. All right, so hitting on a 6. Beauty. We connect with Restless Rump, who got a reflex, so we wound on a 4. Heck yes, we do, we wound. So we'll discard that AI into the wound stack. And reflex. Turn the monster to face away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. Cancel all hits now out of range. Okay, full move away in a straight line. Turning away from the attacker is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, Okay, so there we go. And then for dog meat, are they still in range? They might not be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. They are. We love to see it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Okay, dog meat. Let's go. So we'll be using the grapple claw once more, which is pretty cool. So we get 2 dice hitting on 6s because we got +1 accuracy. Boom, boom. We get 2 hits. And one thing I need to remember, because I've forgotten it the last 2 fights I've had this weapon, is when this causes a critical wound, place yourself in an unoccupied space adjacent to the monster. Which is just kind of sweet. Like it kind of reminds you of like a Attack on Titan, just like grappling around all over the place. It's cool. I don't know like necessarily how useful it is, but it is cool because technically speaking, you can cause a crit and then you can move into the blind spot for future attacks or move out of the blind spot so someone else can get into it or so forth. So is it like game changing? Not at all, but it is neat. Okay, so anyways, 2 attacks. Ferocious Spasm and Restless Shank. So we get a reflex with a Zone of Death, and then also a wound with a crit. So basic action against everybody is kind of rough. For each survivor currently in the monster's blind spot. Let's just see about... Let's probably do Restless Shank first. So we crit on an 8, and we wound on a 5. 3 is not going to cut it. No ill effects from that one, though. Okay, so this is where I would love to get an 8+. Okay, not a crit, but we do wound. So we'll take it. We discard an AI card into the stack, and then we suffer the reflex. A screaming antelope frantically kicks everything around it. Zone of Death. Target each survivor in the Zone of Death, which we have 2. And they get basic action. Moveness is goodness, indeed. That's just a good phrase. Alrighty, so 2 speed, 2+ to hit, and 1 damage. Let's go against Dogmeat here first. And Dogmeat does have some evasion, actually, which is nice. So, just the 1, it looks like. So it's going to be hitting on 3s. We just get the 1, that's fine, and that is going to be against the body. Going down to 0 armor there, that's fine. And then 2 dice, 2 ups on Doodle. Yep, that'll be 2 hits, connecting with the waist and the body. Alrighty, Roo. Okay, waist and body. So body's got 0 armor, so that's going to be a light wound, and the waist goes down to 0. Okay. Let's see. That's not too bad, but they've also got 0 survival, so we want them to tank stuff, but we don't want them to get hit too much. Okay, that is going to be the end of our turn, unless we want to surge, which I don't know. I kind of want to. Let's spend a survival on Dogmeat and surge. Let's do it. So 2 dice hitting on 6s. Oh, there's something so disappointing about using survival and not connecting once. But I was going to use his Champion's Right ability and decided not to just in case. So that's okay. Oh, not the dangle. Indeed, the dangle has been dangled, dude, shall we say. Okay, well, that'll be the end of our turn. So back to this critter. Crush and Devour. Closest threat in field of view in range, that is going to be Dogmeat right in front. Move and devour target. I can't actually remember if we have progress. 1 sec here. Bonuses. Inner Lantern. Surge. Okay, so we don't have dash yet, I think. Yeah, I guess we don't have dash. Fun stuff. So yeah, we just gotta take this. So 2 dice hitting on 3s. Oh no. Hitting on 3s. Yep. Alrighty. So 0 damage. If any attacks hit, the target gains Gobbled Up. Gobbled Up is this fun fellow over here. When you gain this, remove your survivor from the board, place them on the card, then Crush and Devour. At the start of your act, Crush and Devour. Masticated. If the monster suffers 2 wounds in a single round, crush and devour, regurgitate. Okay. So we need to go find crush and devour. We'll put this up here just because it's out of the way enough. And crush and devour. Okay. Just got to get to the right page. Legendary monsters, that is not us. Legendary lungs, no. Herb gathering, game over, not yet. Crush and devour. I think we're too close. Let's zoom this camera up just a little bit. There we go. Now let's see if we can see it now. So that is dog meat getting chowed by the belly maw. Good times. The survivor disappears, shrieking into the antelope's giant undermaw. You are masticated. Roll 1d10. Okay. 3. I don't think that is going to be very good. You struggle frantically, stuck in a thick and sticky mucus. Your legs slip between the monster's teeth. Suffer dismembered leg severe injury. The monster heals 1 wound. Ugh. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, dismembered leg. Oh, I think this just totally crippled this awesome survivor. Okay, so dog meat. Severe injuries. And dismembered leg. What happens? You lose a leg, suffer -2 permanent movement, and you can no longer dash. Ouchie kibbles. Gain a bleeding token. Movement is down to 3. Oh, that sucks. Okay, that is the end of our turn, though, so it's going to be... Oh, no, this is the monster's turn. Thank goodness. Now it's our turn. So, let's see. Suffers 2 wounds in a single round. So I believe when you're gobbled up, you can still take a turn and attack. You're just not on the board and can't move or anything. So I think... Let's see if we can start with dog meat here and see if they can save themselves, or you know what? No, let's not do that. Let's go ahead with the person that we got right next door, which is going to be Doodle here. So Doodle's got the long club, which is pretty good. We're going to go in the blind spot, going 1, 2. I've got range 2, so I could back off 1. But I would rather make use of the blind spot to try to get 2 wounds here and hopefully get them out of this horrible situation. So 2 dice hitting on 4s with 4 strength to it. Oh, ouch. A 1 and a 2 and we cannot surge. That stinks. Okay, well, next up, you know what? I'm just going to say that I went there and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, also into the blind spot. This is dangerous because they're stacked up. But that's going to be the way it is. I'm forgetting other abilities here too, but that's all right. Oh, actually, one moment. We suffered a severe injury with Doodle, meaning their rageaholic disorder kicks in, and they also suffer the frenzy brain trauma. So let's go ahead and pull up frenzy here. Let's just see, one moment. Just need to pull that up on my phone. Okay, KDM injury chart, frenzy brain trauma. Let's go. Okay, frenzy, gain 1d5 insanity, so let's do that first. So that'll be 4. It's going up to 5. And gain +1 speed and +1 strength token. Okay. Speed and strength. Boom, boom. And then there's negative effects though too. You may not use fighting arts. You may not spend survival. You may not use weapon specialization or mastery. Okay, you know what? That's not horrendous. We'll go with it. Okay, fun stuff. And then back to, so Doodle's gone, over to Snoop here, who's got the bone blade. So we got 2 dice hitting on 5s. Okay, we get 1 hit, a perfect hit, which isn't going to do anything, but we do connect. Alrighty, if you hit with a club or a shield, you clobber the monster. So we're not doing that. And for strength here, we're just adding 2, so we need a 6 up to do a wound here. Boom, we do a wound. Good stuff, so we'll put that back there. So we're back where we were last turn now, since he did heal that one time. And specifically, I think, what is it? If the monster suffers 2 wounds in a single round. And I'm pretty sure round isn't just each survivor's turn, but like the full round of combat. So we only need to do 1 more wound. In which case, let's see if we can do it with our person back here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, just moving around a little bit. And so 1 dice hitting on 6. Oh, minor 1. That is going to be a hard miss for Tramp. And I think we have actually used 3 now. So we got 4 more of those to go. Okay, so Gobbled Up Survivor is going to attack here as long as they can, which it looks like it. Survivor disappears shrieking. It doesn't say anything about not being able to act. So let's do it. So in this case, we have, should be 3 dice now. For loadouts. Yeah, 3 dice hitting on 6s. Okay, that is going to be 3 hits. Watch us get the trap now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. No, we don't. Whew. All right, so we get a failure, a reflex, and a wound. -2 toughness, failure, crits. Okay, well, let's do this one, and then the reflex. All right, so we crit on an 8. No, but we do wound. Boom, there we go. And another wound down. Critting on an 8. No, and we missed that one. -2 toughness to win the location, but it's a crit fail, so alas. Okay, so that one is done. And then last up, Giant Mouth. Critting on an 8 and avoiding the reflex, that would be nice. Oh baby, we crit! Huzzah! Alright, critical wound. Gain 1 Screaming Antelope resource. Large Flat Tooth, we shall take it. We'll add it to our stack stuff up there. And there's a severe persistent injury, vomit blood. Whenever the monster collides with a survivor, they are drenched in blood and gain 1d10 insanity. Cool stuff. There we go. So we'll put another wound in the stack there. Awesome. And we've done 2 wounds, so let's do Crush and Devour. Regurgitate. All right. Hopefully a higher dice roll than a 3 this time. That would be nice. A 7. Let's see. Covered in vomit but alive, you're knocked down and gain 1 insanity. Okay, there we go. So we get to be knocked down adjacent. So we'll go here and gain a insanity for our troubles. So we lost some movement, which was a bummer. We lost a leg, but we're still in it to win it. There we go. Okay, yeah, so not being able to, I don't think they can dash. They only have 3 movements. That is not great. Not great at all. But you know what? I'm sure it could have been worse too. So is what it is. They've gone. They can't surge because they are frenzied. So that is going to be the end of our turn. Unless we want to surge with Snoop. You know what? Let's do it. We'll go down to 1 survival and we'll surge with the Bone Blade. So there should be 2 dice hitting on 5s. That'll be 1 hit. And we connect with the Restless Hoof. All right, so 6 to wound. I don't think this person can crit, or that might have been Trap. I can't remember. We'll double check after. A 3 is not going to do it, and we do have a fail response. I'm just going to actually adjust this camera a little bit here. There we go. What is this fail response? If attacking with a melee weapon, it is kicked out of reach by the antelope's hooves. Spend action to retrieve your lost weapon before it can be used again. If fighting with fist and teeth, suffer dislocated shoulder. Okay, so sword has been kicked away and needing to spend an action to get it back. Yeah, that was another useless surge, but okay, that's all good. All right, that is going to be the end of our go, so it's back to its turn. Gore, full move in the direction the monster is facing and turn to face the closest survivor. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over to there. Closest survivor is going to be knocked down. That's going to be our best friend Dogme once more. So let's see. Random survivor in range. Okay, let's do lowest dice roll gets it once more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lowest is going to be a tie here, so let's go ahead and just do it on our tank. Okay, so gore. Okay, so 1 speed, 2 up accuracy, and 1 damage. So we'll full move here. And that's going to be on a 2 up. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that'll absolutely be a hit. So 1 damage. Let's roll that really quick here. To the body of Doodle. That's going to be a heavy wound, so they are knocked down. And then after attack, bash, target is knocked down. So you know what? That's not horrendous. That's okay. They were going to get knocked down anyways. Alrighty, Roo. So that was its go. That could have been way worse. Okay, so when were they knocked down? They were knocked down. Okay, so they can get up. They being Dogmeat, our lucky survivor, and Doodle, our tanky fellow, cannot because they were knocked down during that monster's turn and they can't get up on their own until the end of the monster's next turn. However, we can get them up. However, I don't think we're going to get them up right away. First things first, let's get into the blind spot. Going 1, 2, 3, and attack with Dogmeat. Because if the antelope runs away, they're never going to catch him. Alrighty, and I think we're going to burn the constellation we have, which is Champion's Right. In which case, you can add your understanding to the accuracy attribute for the attack. And yeah, I saw that comment earlier, Mike. Definitely not a herbivore. Okay, so our understanding is 1. And so 6 becomes 5, becomes 4, and we got 3 dice for this. Actually, is this fighting art? Because if it is, we can't use it. Oh, never mind. We cannot use it. That's a fighting art. So, never mind that. It is going to be 5 ups, though, with 3 dice. So let's see. Fantastic. That is going to be 3 hits. I'm sure the trap is coming up soon, though. So 1, 2, and 3. Not yet. Okay, so we get a first strike, so that's got to come first. However, then we have Delicate Inverted Knee. And you strike the Majestic Bushy Tail. I mean, either of these sounds good to me, so let's just go in this order, and then Restless Eye first. Alrighty, Roo. The Screaming Antelope's massive eyes glisten with human-like fear. If the attacker is insane, cancel all hits and end their attack. Otherwise, the attacker suffers 1 brain damage. Oh, they just gained so much insanity. That stinks. So this happens anyways. One moment. Let's just reread this. So I think we still need to attack this. However, this happens regardless. That's my read on it. So let's see. On a crit. On an 8+. No. Okay, so that's just a bummer all around. So we don't get to do these, which really sucks. That would have been a really good opportunity to get some wounds in. Okay, so insane, cancel all hits. Bummer, that's rough. Okay. On to our next person here, in which case we're going to go with a Dogmeat. You can't dash. You know what? Dogmeat is gonna... No, they can't surge. They can't encourage. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of useless. Let's go ahead with Snoop then, spending their survival to encourage. And they're not going to encourage yet. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back here. And 2 dice hitting on 5s. That'll be 1 hit. The trap's going to be coming up soon. I know it is. Restless Chest. So wounding on a 6, which would be nice. We do. Fantastic. Oh, bummer. Okay, so we get the wound, which we like that. And then turn to face the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. So we don't love this. This is going to be some random damage. Collide. The suffer damage equal to hit location to random location. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And they both suffer 1 random damage. Body and hand. Let's go back and do that quick. All right, so Snoop, you get it to the body, so that is 1 damage. And then I think you also get some insanity from this too. Ooh, I cheated there, actually. I'll just spend their last survival without doing the encourage, just to make that right, because they need to spend an action to pick up their weapon from the Restless Hoof, which I picked up. Okay, and that is done there too. So using their last survival to pick up the weapon and then making the attack. So that that makes that okay. Okay. To the body. There we go. That's done. And then the hands for Dogmeat going down to 0 armor. Not too shabby. Okay. And then I think they gained some insanity from that too. Where was that? Yeah, 1d10 insanity for both of them. This is a persistent injury from critting the giant mouth. All right, so 1 for, that'll be 3 for Dogmeat, going up to 9, so very insane. And Snoop gains, actually no, let's do that backwards. So 1, 2, 3, and then just 1 on Dogmeat. Okay, sweet, there we go. And then last up we have Tramp here. So we're not gonna bother getting our tank up just because of where they're at. Let's swing in with one of these acid bombs and try to do another damage here. Which would be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to move 1, 2, 3. There we go. To get in range, so 1 dice hitting on 6. Ah, alas, no diggity. Just gonna mark off another use of the bomb, so that is 4 used. So we got, I think, 3 more or 2 more left. And that's going to be the end of our turn, which is a bit of a bummer. That could have been a huge turn, and instead it was a bit of a whiff. I think we did get 1 wound, which is something, but we had an opportunity to do a lot more than that. Okay, so we do need to shuffle the AI deck. We've gone through everything here. I think we lucked out with the advanced AI cards, and we only have 1 in this deck, and 2 out of the 3 of them are in the wound stack. So that is something at least. The trap will be coming up soon, though. We don't have many cards in the location deck. Okay, let's see what we get. Bolt, closest knockdown survivor. Okay. I don't think they can get within range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, bugger. He can. Okay. Oh, no, and he's going to charge through these two. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Never mind, he cannot. Okay, that is probably best. In which case he's going to attack Doodle. Sorry, not Doodle, Snoop. Or actually, was that Doodle? No, it is Snoop. Okay, good. I do need to switch up some of the dog names a little bit because some of them are just a little too similar. Alrighty, so 1 speed, 2+ accuracy. Yep, because Doodle or Snoop, again, the names are mixed up again, does not have any evasion. Nope. So that's going to be 1 damage to the hands once more. So that's a heavy wound to the hands and being knocked down. Full move in a straight line away from all survivors. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right to the very corner. And that is its turn done. So Snoop is stuck on the ground, which does not spark joy. Doodle is able to get up, though, so we'll get them up. And I think survivors can move through each other, if I remember correctly. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3. So let's go 1, 2, 3, getting to there. With Dogmeat, I don't think they can do anything, though, because they're enraged. They got the dismembered leg, so they can't dash. We don't have dash right now anyways. Well, I guess they might as well reveal using the Rawhide Headband, which is a great item. I haven't used it all yet. Reveal the top 2 AI cards and place them back on the top deck in any order. So let's do that. So we got Crush and Devour, which is the only advanced card that we have left. And then we also have Back Kick. As a quick side note, too, there's 9 folks watching, and that's freaking sweet. I think that's the most people I've had watching in quite some time. So hell yeah, stoked to have you. So do we think we can do a wound and get rid of Crush and Devour this turn? Or do we want to more likely deal with Back Kick? next round. So we can definitely get one attack in, which would be hitting on a 6, wounding on a 4, which aren't the worst odds. However, let's see, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would have one of our favorite survivors likely getting crushed and devoured again. If not, you know what, let's do it. Let's put that card on top, and we'll see if Tramp can make it happen. I think first things first, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to there. And I don't know if they can do anything else. Let's see what their loadout is. They can't do anything with their loadout. However, they do have, no, they got Berserker. I don't think we want to suffer Bash and Frenzy right now. But we don't have any survival anyways. You know what? Let's frickin' do it. So Bash means knock down. I'm just going to double check that. Yeah, Devour sucks. Okay. Yes, Bash is knocked down. So we'll knock himself down, which is kind of silly. But then we suffer Frenzy Brain Trauma, which is 1d5 Insanity. So 2. 1, 2. And then gaining 1 strength and 1 speed token. So strength is up to 2 right now, which is awesome. And then speed plus 1. So we'll be having 3 dice when we can connect. So we've knocked ourselves down. We've traumatized ourselves. And we are frenzied. That's something. Next up, let's go over here. I'm going to go with Tramp, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to use another use of the Acid Bomb. So 1 dice, hitting on a 6. Oh, killing me. We got 3 survival with Tramp, so let's go ahead and spend 1 and try to do it again. Oh man, the surges in this encounter are just killing me. All right, so that is 6 bombs used, which might be all of them. Let's double check that. Oh baby, we got 1 more bomb. Okay, so we weren't able to get rid of what we were hoping to get rid of. So that means Crush and Devour is coming back at us, but it's going to be happening to Tramp, our kind of newbie whatever survivor, so that's okay. Crush and Devour, closest threat and field of view in range. So we'll go here. 2 speed, 2 plus. Yep. Meaning, Gobbled Up comes back into play, and then we roll on the masticated table. So we'll put her here. She's now off the board inside that delicious belly maw. And let's do this once more. So masticated. Rolling 1d10. Oops. Oh, baby, Lantern 10. Let's see. With a burst of ferocity, you fight back. Roll 1d10 on the table below. Okay. Oh, the duality of dice. Lantern 10 to a natural 1. Your efforts are useless. Suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. Bummer. Okay, Tramp. Of course, they've got 0 insanity, so they take a severe brain trauma. Don't need to roll on the Happy Fun table yet, though. Ouch. Okay. However, that is the monster's turn, meaning both these folks can get up. And oh my goodness, I don't believe it. Our Survivor with 3 movement can get into the blind spot. So we're absolutely going to go ahead and start with them. Going 1, 2. Unreal. The 3 movement is pretty rough. All right here, dog meat. So we get 3 dice. Hitting on 5s. This is where we get the trap. Absolutely. This is where we get the trap. I only want to hit once or twice, really. We hit 3 times. Okay. Ain't no party like a trap party, because the trap party don't stop. Restless flank. Restless ear. And oh my goodness, we've avoided the trap. Oh yeah, like my dice are all over the place, but we've lucked out. I really thought I was going to get the trap that time. There's like just a small fistful of cards left in the hit location deck, but hey, we're here. Okay, so jumps back. We don't want that right away. Turn to face the attacker. That's fine too. All right, let's go with Okay. Yeah, let's go this order. So restless flank first. So critting on an 8, wounding on a 4. Oh, baby! Show me your critical. Unreal there. That is good. So, gain a Screaming Antelope resource. We love to see it. A pelt, which is great. More hide. Awesome, awesome. Blood runs down the antelope side. Blood loss weakens the monster. It gains -1 toughness token. Awesome. -1 toughness. We love to see that. So we only need 3s to wound now. And we'll put that into the wound stack. Alright, so once again, critting on an 8, wounding on a 3. Hey, we wound. That is something. So that is another one down. And just going to go retcon one thing before I forget. The Grapple Claw has that cool ability of when you crit, you can place yourself in an unoccupied space adjacent to the monster. So what we're going to do is go up over to this side. Game plan there is to make room for other survivors. And let's shift this camera so that the monster is on the board here. That's a little bit more exciting. Okay, sweet. And then last but not least, we have Restless Shoulder. So same idea, wounding on a 3, critting on an 8. Oh, we don't even wound. But that was still a much better go than last time. Okay here. So now this is a bit of a pickle. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that means 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to go with Snoop first here. So Snoop's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, getting into the blind spot. And they have the Bone Blade, so 2 dice hitting on 5s. 2 hits, and so I kind of went with them. Oh, you know what? I should have maybe done the other way, but that's okay. Pull trap with tank. Yeah, that's what I should have done, and instead I went with the person that's got a lot of really cool insanity abilities that I didn't want to lose, so a little misplay, but that's okay. Let's see. Well, super lucky. So we get Palette and Restless Tiny Hands. So 2 failures. So grasping hands, make a rude gestures. You gain an insanity. Then you need to spend your action before you attack. Ooh, spend a survival to react quickly. Recover 3 damage to the arm location is pretty brutal. I guess we're gonna go with that one first. Maybe not. We'll go with Restless Tiny Hands first. No need to retcon. Not for this one at least, because this worked out. And I retcon a fair amount, and I try not to retcon where it doesn't feel like it's too dire or whatever. Alrighty, Ruse. So we wound on a 6. 5 is not going to cut it, so we gain 1 insanity, going up to 4. Snoop is officially insane, and so we can't attack without spending an action, so I need to put that aside and remember. And then next up, Palat. Oh, bugger. That does stink, actually. Hey, maybe I should have done that the other way. That's too bad. Well, that's just a bit of a misplay all over the place on my part. Bummer, because you cannot attack. You've already done the attack action. Now, you know what? I think I'd still be able to attack this one. I just can't attack again on like another turn or surge. All right, so wounding on a 6. No. Failure. Ouch. Doodle's just getting rocked here. Or no, not Doodle. Snoop. Okay. Do they have any survival left? No, they don't. So they suffer 3 damage to the hands, which is going to be a happy fun table roll. So let's pull that up and roll a d10. So not a 1 or a 2, please. A 6. That can't be too bad, right? A 6. Contracture. The arm will never be the same, except for -1 permanent accuracy. This injury is permanent and can be recorded multiple times. Contracture. Okay, fun stuff. Severe injuries, contracture, and we gain a bleeding token from that too. Okay, well, let's go with our tanky boy here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're not going to get adjacent because they don't need to. They're frenzied anyway, so they've got some extra good damage and stuff going on here. With the extra speed. So we get 3 dice hitting on 5s. Oh, I saw the 2 threes and was like, oh dear God. We get 1. And we connect with not the trap. That is insanely surprising. Super dance, so we can't actually wound this, but on a lantern 10, we do get a resource, which would be nice. Oh, so close. But no diggity. Ouch. Did we do any wounds there? I don't know if we did. We did 1. Yes, we did 1 wound. Did we do 1 or 2? It was 1 or 2, I can't remember. I'm going to roll a dice, because if it was 2, we'd be able to roll on this table here. Technically speaking, though, they can go. So let's roll on the table and see. Just 6 up. Okay, so we'll say that we did 2 wounds, because I cannot remember. In which case, we can do the regurgitate roll. So let's go ahead and do that now. Crush and Devour, regurgitate. So rolling a d10. 8. The experience gives you a new perspective. Gain +1 understanding. Indeed. So we'll put them knocked down right in front. And they gain +1 understanding from being regurgitated. This being tramp. So +1 understanding. Getting their first one. Good stuff, good stuff. They're knocked down. We don't have anyone who can encourage. So that's their turn. They're just out, which is something. And that's going to bring us to the monster's next turn. Stomp and Snort. Random survivor in range, so not threat or anything, just any random survivor. So it'll be lowest dice roll gets it. So do that one, that one, that one, and that one. Lowest is going to be our tank. That's, excuse me, that is something. Okay, so it begins to stomp and snort excitedly. So we'll have it turn to face. And then on a 4-up, bad things happen. Yes, that is going to be 1 brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. This is on Doodle here. So 1 brain damage going down to 1. And then they're knocked down. There we go. Okay, that, however, does bring it back to our turn. Our support person is able to stand up. They're in the blind spot, which is fun. And let us see. I think we should probably go with our lucky survivor first here. How many? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So we get 3 dice hitting on, should be, I think, 5s or 6s. 6s. Yeah, if they're insane, knockback 5, but they only have 1 insanity, so they do not get the knockback 5 in this case, but thank you for the reminder. All right, so 3 dice hitting on 6s. Oh, but this is definitely going to pull out the trap, though, if we do this. This is definitely going to get the trap, so I think we're going to try to bait it with... Oh, do you want to bait it with our support person and just use Fist and Teeth? Hitting on 7s, though? That's not great. Let's just see if we can bait it on the support person. So 2 dice hitting on 7s. We get 1. All right, baby. It is the trap. Good stuff. Okay, so we baited the trap on our support person. The antelope... Oh, you know what? I think its trap gets anyone adjacent, which is kind of rough. Let's see. The antelope panics, its undermaw unleashing an inhuman wail. It bucks wildly and leaps into the air. The attacker is doomed. All survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 2 brain damage per monster level, knockback 5, and are knocked down. The monster lands on its belly and begins to slide on its teeth. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. On collision, non-death survivors gain 1 random disorder in addition to normal collision rules. So, this trap wouldn't usually be awful, but it's pretty crappy in this case. I should have maybe done something different, but you know what? We baited the trap. That was our objective. All right, so first things first, attacker is doomed. All survivors adjacent to the monster suffer brain damage 2 per monster level. So let's do that. Dogmeat gets 2 brain damage, going down to 5. Knockback 5 and is knocked down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knocked down. That sucks. And then also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knocked down. That being Tramp. Oh, they're going to be rolling on the Happy Happy Fun Table of Doom here too for the brain. Oh, Tramp super dies. Let's see here. So brain, mortal terror. No if, and, ors, or buts. The survivor is dead. So that is 2 support survivors dead in 2 fights. Luckily, they're just kind of plebeian, nobody survivors yet. So if anyone dies, they're the good ones to go, but still a bummer. And we do have cannibalize, so we gain a random resource. Another hide, which is good. Someone is going to have a rawhide human jacket, which is a terrifying thought, but you know what? We need resources, and if anyone was going to die, I'm glad it was them, which is cold to say, but I've worked out some pretty cool stuff on the other one. So, okay, so Tramp is dead. Let's mark that off. Dead. And then we're going to have next up, Snoop is going to get that knockback. So that is 2. Down to 2 insanity, knockback 5, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that ends our turn, which does suck. Yeah, that was a bit of a bummer. I think I misplayed that. But, oh well. Because that means no one else can get up and do anything this turn. Everyone is knocked down. Oh, you know what? I think actually, because they were knocked down, they would be able to get up. No, they wouldn't, because it's not the monster's turn yet. Never mind. So yeah, that is just like the TKO, basically. Whole group is all knocked down, meaning we'll shuffle the hit location deck. It's still got to move too, so I think it full moves forward in a straight line. It would have been facing the attacker, so that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to there. Put it facing that way as it does its creepy, creepy belly move. There we go. That is all shuffled. And we'll shuffle up its last couple of AI cards. It's got 3 AI cards left. And it's back to its turn here. So I did jinx myself by saying that this was just going to be an easy piece of cake fight. Hasn't been horrendous, but it has not been as smooth as I would have liked. Bolt, closest knockdown survivor. Oh, great. That is the person directly in front of them. Which we do not love. All right, so 1 speed. It's going to be 3 up to hit. Yes, and 1 damage to the waist of dog meat. 1 damage to the waist. There we go. And then full move in a straight line away from all survivors. So full move in a straight line away is just going to be, I think, directly this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And yeah, that is going to be the end of its turn. So luckily we're able to get everyone up, which is something. Okay, dog meat, you're super insane. You only have 3 movements, so let's just go... Ooh, 1 moment. Until the end of the round. That wouldn't do anything, because we can't surge or anything. So let's just go 1, 2, 3 up to there. Then we'll use the Rawhide Headband. Take a look at the top 2 AI cards. Crush and Devour, Stomp, and Snort. You know what? I have faith that we can remove Crush and Devour this turn. So I'm going to keep it on top. And let's see if we can make that happen. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to here. This being with Doodle. So Doodle has 3 dice hitting on 5s. Okay, we get 2. I'll take it. I'll take it. And we connect with the Restless Muzzle and Furry Throat. All right, so it's a critical wound. And a critical wound. Let's go with this one first. All right, so all we need to wound is, I think, just a 2, because it's got -1 toughness, which is awesome. And then we crit on a Lantern 10. Yeah, definitely not a crit farm here. Not at all. 8, so we do wound. We get rid of Crush and Devour, which is just like wrecked us this game. That is something. Oh, and we actually do have a club. Oh my goodness! I need to read more carefully. If you hit with a club or shield, we hit with a club, you gain +2 luck. So we do get the crits. Huzzah! Well, that's awesome. You shock the beast with a blow to the face. The monster is knocked down. While a monster is knocked down, all reactions are cancelled, and all hit rolls succeed on a 3-up, which is pretty awesome. There we go, and then Furry Throat. We do also have the same +2 luck, so we crit on an 8, wound on a 2. Baby, we wound on a 2. I'm here for it. Okay, so we just need to do 2 more wounds, which would be really nice. Next up, we have Snoop. Snoop, do you have any survival? No, so Snoop can't actually attack this turn, which is a bummer. Or you know what? They've done their bone blade stuff. They're just going to go try to get lucky with fist and teeth. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fist and teeth, so it's going to be 2 attacks hitting on 3s because they're knocked down. We do get 1. And we connect with Restless Rump. So the strength on this is 0. And I don't think this character has any strength either. So basically we crit on a 9. Or if we get a 7 on the dice. Hey, we wound. You know what? That's great. Good stuff. Bolt is now out of play, the last AI card. So we just have 1 more wound to do. Reflex does happen though. Turn the monster's face away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. Cancel all hits. Don't need to worry about that. It's knocked down, so reflexes are canceled. Huzzah! Good stuff. That's going to bring us to its basic action turn. So it will stand up. No one is knocked down. No target graze. Closest knockdown survivor in range. Oh, interesting. I'm curious on the read of the card because it doesn't have a target for anyone that's not knocked down. So my assumption is then it must just do graze. And graze is full move to closest plant. There are no plants. Instead, full move forward in a straight line. So let's do that. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back down into this little corner. That does cause a trample to the hands of Snoop. Oh, hands of Snoop are going to be taking a... I missed another Rageaholic thing on this one, but that's okay. I'll remember it this time. So, hands are taking a beating. This is going to be another happy, happy, fun table for the hands. Getting an 8. 8 for the hands. Spiral Fracture. Your arm twists unnaturally. Gain -2 strength tokens and skip the next hunt and gain a bleeding token. Okay, so up to 2 bleeding tokens. Spiral Fracture. Let's add that. Spiral Fracture. This does, however, proc Rageaholic. So we suffer the Frenzy Brain Trauma. And I do believe we also... Okay, so we're going to gain 1d10 and 1d5 insanity. So we'll do the 1d10 first. Gaining 7 insanity, going up to 9. There we go. And then 1d5. We'll just say that that is 3, going up to 12 insanity. We do want this person insane, though, so that is not the end of the world. And then the rest of... Frenzy, so +1 speed and +1 strength. So speeds +1, strength +1. There we go. Okay. I mean, that could have been worse. Could have been better too, but absolutely could have been worse. All right, so that brings it back to our turn. We just need to land a single wound. Our lucky person is too far. I think the move is going to be this person. So we're going to go, this being Doodle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're able to hit from the spots because they have... Actually, let's do this way. Let's just do there. They're able to hit from there because they've got the long club, which has reach. Aptly named. Simple and effective long club. So 3 dice hitting on 5s. Oops. Oh my god, what a terrible roll. Needing 5s, knocking off a survivor, and not getting a single hit. Oh, that stinks. Okay, so they're there. Wow, that's a bummer. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go with Snoop here, who still has all their movements. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 to get into the blind spot. I think I did forget that they had -1 accuracy, so that was my error there. But we do have +1 strength and +1 speed. So with the blind spot, because of the -1 accuracy, we're going to be hitting on a 7. And we got 3 attacks hitting on 7s. Oh, not a single one. Oh, ouch. Okay, so it's going to basic action again. Let's do its thing. So no one's knocked down, so it's going to graze. So full move in a straight line. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to there. So we're just chasing it down, just trying to do one final wound here, which is kind of silly, but luckily it's kind of low threat right now, which is something. Let's see, 1, 2, let's go 1, 2, 3, and see if we can finish it with a lucky hit here. So, this being Dogmate, 3 dice hitting on 6s, and we get 1 hit, and that 1 hit, baby, that's all we need. Ferocious Spasm. Okay, so we crit on a 8, and we wound on a, let's see, what are we at for strength there? So 4, 7. Okay, so we wound on a 3, we crit on an 8. Oh baby, we wound, and you know what? That is enough. We take it out. Good stuff. That ended up being a little rougher than I thought, but that's part of the way this game goes. It is a dice game after all, so heck yeah, we win. We didn't lose anyone important. We gained a resource from the survivor that we did lose. Having our luck survivor crippled is a little problematic, but maybe we'll be able to figure out something about that later on. Or we'll level them up and pass on their skills to someone else. Who knows? Okay, so let's put these guys off to the side. There we go. And recenter this camera a little bit and zoom it out a little. There we go. And we have defeated Screaming Antelope. So 177 was the page, I do believe. There we go. All right, fantastic. So rewards. The first time the Screaming Antelope is defeated, gain the Stone Circle settlement location. When the monster is defeated, any non-death survivors with 20 plus insanity are driven mad by its screaming death wail. They vanish into the darkness, never to be seen again. Luckily, no one's got that much insanity. Alright, so Stone Circle. Let's just grab that first, because why not? Get all this settlement stuff out, ready to go. These are the ones that we have already. Stone Circle. So one of the things I love about all these different settlements is the art that goes with it. I would love to see like big blown up versions of all this art. It's so good. So we can make the Screaming Armor, which we do want some Screaming Armor for sure. I don't think we're going to try to make a full set of it yet, but I would love to make the Screaming Horns just to help out with the insanity game. Blood Paint would also be really cool, but we don't have paint unlocked, I don't think. We might actually, I can't remember. But I also don't know who that would go with yet. So realistically, not super worried about any of the Stone Circle items yet. Mostly just the Screaming Helm would be good. But first things first, 4 basic and 4 Screaming resources. Let's do basic first here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we get another hide, a love juice, which we might just use to do intimacy actually. Monster Bone and Monster Hide, so that is pretty fantastic in my books. Really need more armor badly, so all this extra hide is awesome. And then we get 4 Screaming resources. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're looking for some fun stuff. Let's see. Spiral Horn, exactly what I wanted. Good stuff. So we got Moans balefully when blown. Screaming Brain. Consume, archive this, and gain survival up to the current limit. Fun stuff. I think the brain is actually like, you need it to make something here. Brain Mint. So we might go ahead and make that maybe. Pelt and Bladder. Cool. So would have preferred a little bit more pelts and such, but we did get one from the encounter too, so that's not too shabby. Alrighty, Roo. Well, that is good stuff. Let's see. I do believe we have something that we need to read this year. Lingering Cough. That isn't done yet, actually. Or that was done last time, so Complete Showdown. There we go. Actually, one moment. Let's just do... One of the things I like about this app quite a bit is realistically just all of it, but you can track if your proficiency is earned. So what I should be doing is once I've hit and done a wound, I should add it in here rather than doing it belatedly. But that is all good. I do believe everyone that survived was able to do a wound. Oh, I don't think they actually had proficiency, not yet. Doodle, what was your hunt XP? No, you don't have it yet either, so never mind that. You'll be able to pick it soon enough, though. Okay, so on the way back to the settlement, we'll go return. Great showdown, boom, boom, there we go. Good stuff, good stuff. And let's see what we get for a settlement event. Nickname. Okay, well, hopefully this isn't too bad. I gotta say, one of my pet peeves about this game is if you have an encounter that goes, basically, no matter how the encounter goes, but especially if an encounter goes bad, and then you get back and get a absolutely horrendous settlement event, it's very demoralizing. Part of the game, and I get it, but ugh. Alrighty, so every returning survivor gets a nickname. Each rolls 1d10 on all 3 tables below. Add the nickname to the survivor's current name between their first and surname. A survivor may only be nicknamed once per lifetime. Okay. Each rolls 1d10 on all 3 tables. Why all 3 tables? Okay, well, I guess it just ends up being a very long nickname. All right, well, first things first, let's do this with dog meat. Okay, each rolls 1d10 on all 3 tables. All right, so dog meat, first nickname. 2, Dingle. Okay, well, I guess I should write these down. Let's go dog meat, Dingle. Dingle doesn't have any adverse effects, so that is good. And then the next one, oh, getting a lantern 10. Dingle Hero. Okay, I'm liking where this is going. And that is +1 permanent strength. We'll add that in a sec after you do the last one here. 2. Dingle Hero of the Lantern. What a title. There we can see dog meat, Dingle Hero of the Lantern. Love to see it. And gaining +1 permanent strength. Cool. Alrighty, Ryu. And then next up in that case is going to be Doodle the Reincarnated. This name is going to be so obscene. All right, so first nickname. 5. Brainless. Okay. Doodle Brainless. And then next up, another 5. Brainless Fool. Not ghoul. Fool, please. There we go. And then last table. 9. Of the Antelope. Man, of the Phoenix would have been way cooler. Brainless Fool of the... Hey, Antelope. Extremely fitting considering we just fought one. Of the Antelope, the Reincarnated. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we'll close that off. Doodle... Oh no, did that not save? Ugh. Doodle... Brainless Fool... Fool of the Antelope. There we go, and please save this time. There we go. Doodle, ghoul, misspelled that, of the Antelope. Boom, boom. Alrighty, and then last nickname, this is going to be for Snoop. Ooh, 1. That does not spark great joy. Foolish. Which is -1 permanent accuracy. So they're -2 accuracy now, which is kind of wild. Okay, foolish. Next up, oh, a lantern 10. Hero. Foolish hero. So they gain +1 permanent strength. And then lastly, 6 of the lion. Snoop. Low-key, kind of hilarious that Snoop is of the lion. Snoop lion, baby. Snoop diggity dog. Okay, Snoop of the lion. All right, and so -1 accuracy, +1 strength. You know what? The -2 accuracy really stinks, but that's okay. Snoop might turn into more of a support character, maybe. Okay, well, that is this done. Lingering effects. Rename. We could spend an organ to rename. You may change your first name. Gain a nickname. Roll on the tables above. It requires pictograph, which we don't have. Okay, well, okay, that is done. Next up, do we have anything on the timeline to read? Oh, we're going to be doing the Tyrant fight for the first time next time. That'll be interesting. However, let's see, what do we want to do? So stone circle. I do think I'm going to make the screaming horns, but first things first, let's look around a little bit. Throne, I might do you, but not too concerned with it right now. Frostcrafter, I don't think there's anything that we can really do with you right now, so we'll put you back there. Skinnery, we're absolutely going to make a bunch of rawhide stuff. Bonesmith, I'm not too sure. And Organ Grinder, not too sure either, so we'll put you on top of the Frostcrafter there. One thing I actually am curious about is, let's see, Bonesmith, that leads to Organ Grinder, we might actually use you. Let's do the Organ Grinder first, because I want to do an augury. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that first. First things first, let's do innovate. So we'll spend an endeavor, which we only have 3, so down to 2. Then we need to get rid of a bone, organ, and hide. Let's see, let's just do a monster hide. Love juice I kind of want to keep. Bladder I also kind of want to keep. We do have, so let's just get rid of those 2. An organ that we're not too concerned about in storage, so we'll get rid of that. Show only owned. I think the supple nose was the one that was kind of irrelevant, so there we go. And then we innovate. Let me grab these cards. Okay, and those are the ones we have. These are the ones that we don't. So we'll draw 2 and choose 1 to keep. Really would not mind getting a dash. That would be nice. Dash or way to cure in, not endeavors, to cure disorders. So 1, 2. Let's see what we get. Shrine and Hovel. So Shrine may be used once per settlement phase. Armor Ritual. Armor Ritual was quite nice. Gaining +1 survival is also quite nice though. So I think because I'm going to be building up a bunch of armor this time, I'm going to go ahead and go with Hovel. So we'll put that aside, add it over there, and then I think I'm going to deal with the consequences and adding that to the deck after the fact, because it's one thing that I can do off camera rather than on. And then we'll put that back there. Okay, innovation completed. Not like an out of the world one, but more survival is good, so can't complain either. Okay, let us see. We do want to make a baby this time for sure. To do the principal. But I wonder, fear and trembling. The cowering settlement turns their squinting gaze to the lone figure that mounts the obsidian steps. Once per settlement phase, a survivor may spend their endeavor to approach the throne. There's a whole lot of bad stuff that can happen with this. Yeah, let's not do that for now. And instead, let's do an augury. So going down to 1 endeavor. And who should be doing this? Let's go ahead and do... let's do Snoop of the Lion can roll on this. If your understanding is 3 or higher, we do actually have one person there. Who had that 3 understanding? No, never mind. That was Kurz. It was 3 up. So yeah, let's do Snoop the Lion. So rolling 1d10. Getting a 3. Lose 1 resource from the settlement. If you do, gain +1 understanding. Well, I do not love that. That's okay. From the barber surgeon, trepanning gets rid of disorders. Oh, okay, cool. I think bloodletting gets rid of some too, if I'm correct there as well, Mike. But good to know on the barber surgeon. I think I want to. Was it the barber surgeon I wanted to go for? It might be, because I've got so many perfect things, and I really want the scavenger kit, which, if I remember correctly, is from the barber surgeon. So yeah, might go for that. Okay, so what resource do I want to lose? I didn't really want to lose anything, but that is the way it is. Let's see. Let's go with basic resources. Oh, I guess we'll get rid of one of our scraps, which sucks, but we'll do it, and then we'll gain an understanding. For Snoop. So Snoop gains an understanding, going up to 1. Okay, I don't think we're going to do that again because I don't want to lose any more resources to it. Let's... How many other organs do we have? We just got... I don't think we're going to... Let's see, what other organs do we have in storage? Mammary glands. We're definitely not spending the encephalomatter here. Dang, that's actually a bummer, because I think we needed 3 organs to be able to make the barber surgeon. Oh, balls. That's a bummer. I might, you know what? I might actually do it, and it's probably not the best call, but I might use one of the burnished encephalomatter, because we've got 3 of them. That's a lot more than I expected to have right now, and we can't actually even use it right now anyways. So I think getting a thing that generates more resources at the cost of 1 strange resource is worthwhile. So let's go ahead and do that. So 3 organs and 1 hide. So burnished encephalomatter done, mammary gland, and love juice gone. And we get the barber surgeon. So let's grab that really quick. I love it when what you're looking for is right on the first stack. There we go. Okay, so first aid kit, scavenger kits. Boom. So we're definitely going to make the scavenger kit. And then I'm probably just going to craft as much... probably going to do as much hide armor, rawhide as possible, but then also the spiral horned helm. And I think what I'll probably do, just to try to stretch the resources as far as I possibly can, is I'll probably do all the crafting off camera and then just show the stream next time in 2 weeks. So I think with that in mind, I do believe that will be the end of tonight. So thank you all so much for tuning in. This is actually, I think, some of the most people I've ever had watching. So really, really cool. And I appreciate you spending the time to watch me play a cool, fun, creepy, dark game. Much love, and we'll catch you next time. It'll be in 2 weeks from now if you want to tune in again as well. So thanks again, and have a lovely rest of the night. Bye! Oh, lastly, if there's any dog kind of theme, dog breeds, dogs from different forms of media or whatever that you want to see as survivors, let me know in the comments, and we'll name a bunch of them as well. So take care, and we'll catch you again. Bye!